today we talk about the MySQL joins. Okay, in the content section we talk about the what is mean by join, why join is required. Okay, these are the two important points. So what is join? Suppose if you are employee table and if you are address table, and apart from if you are department table. Okay, these are the different tables. But as an end user, you want to showcase the profile page, where user profile page, on that the basic information on UI. There should be basic information of employee like email ID, address, that is belonging from employee table, address of that employee, permanent and temporary, that is from address page, and the current working like department and everything, that is from the department page. But in a UI page you need to put all the things in a single page, and the user can go and edit that information and update that. Okay, if this is very general requirement, and if you have such kind of information, then the joins get into use, where you can pull the data from different table based upon different condition and show into UI. Okay, that's why joins are required. Apart from that, what is join? That we already discussed, means combining, preparing a structured query language. In a single query, you will add employee table plus address table data and department table data, which is required to show on UI. Combine that, prepare one SQL, hit on a database, and get that result and show to the UI. Okay, this is the it for what is mean join and why is required. Okay, so before going on to join, there are some concept like union and union all, which is similar to the MySQL joins, but it's not exactly same. We'll check what is the difference and how the joins and unions are use cases are there. So first we check the union. Okay, in union distinct value are pulled. If you check that table 1 and column 1 have the A all things, but combination set BCD is the values. And if you in a union with the table 2, here you will get to know that A and D value, A and D is the row are the duplicate. But if you union that thing, union distinct, then only one row will be show at here, not duplicate row will be show. But instead of a union, if you do union all, here the duplicate record get highlighted, because we are doing union all, means whatever data present into both the table, just simply union all, no need to remove the duplicate things. So that's the union and union all. So basic difference is that only union have the distinct value and union all have the all the value with the duplicate. Okay, if you are the requirement is a club the data together and then do the operations over there, so that will fulfill by union all. Okay, we'll check about the what is mean by joins, what type of joins are there, and where actually we should use the joins. Okay, so first we discuss about the cross join or the natural join. So that means suppose you have the movie and a member. These are the two tables in your database. Okay, and if you want to data like from all the rows from the both the table, like from movie plus members, you want all that data. Okay, so here you can use the cross join in this. Like query should be like select star from movies, cross join from the member. Okay, that means you are doing a cross join on the both the tables and you are pulling all the data from both the tables. This is one example. Apart from that, this is also one example where you are saying that member and committee is a class and you want the select data. Earlier example we are pulling all the data, but if you want to select data, that also you can do. Like M is alias you are created for member and C created for committee. So 2 rows from member and 2 rows for committee, you are pulling that data and all the data. Cross joins means all the data. Okay, this is the example of a cross join with all the data or selected data kind of thing. Okay, in the next join, is the inner join. Inner join means the only intersected data. So movies and members have some common intersected data based upon the primary key that will be pull out if you want. Okay, so the query look like that. Whatever data you want, you just mention in a select. Okay, here we are saying that we want this member first name, member last name, and movie title. And from where we are pulling that data, from member and movie, 2 tables are there, and based upon the movie ID, we are saying that from member ID and movie ID we want that data, because here we are comparing the movie ID and movie ID, one from the movie table and one from the member table, because here are the relation. Movie is the parent table and member is the child table. So in a child table we have movie ID as a reference key over there. Okay, a similar example, you can write here join, or this is the inner join, you can write it or not, it internally it's used. But the similar example like A dot first name, A dot B last name, and B dot title, we are doing here title, here also we are doing movie dot title. So similar way you can put as a inner join, you can put a member as a and inner join where you are saying that movie as a B. Okay, and in outer join there are two type. One is a left join and one is a right join. We'll talk about both the things. Outer joins means which is not, means we are taking the data from left table, means from the movie table and intersected data we are pulling, but we are ignoring the only right data. That means a left join, and reverse way right join will be there. Just highlight here, like check here, like this is the movie data. Okay, we are considering intersected data also, but not considering the member data, which is not common for the movie. So that means that we are pulling that data. And if you check here, whatever member data, we are just simply marking as a null here, because that data is not present in this table. Okay, that's example of like left outer join. So if you want to title first name and last name, in this case you are pulling left join as a keyword, and based upon which key you want to join, this is a primary key and a foreign key you are putting here, or uniqueness, to just identify the rows, matching the rows on that this basis data getting matched, and the join type, like left join with the which table you are doing, movie and member table you are doing, and this is the select data. Okay, this is the example of outer join. And just to rephrase that, if data, this is the movie table. Okay, this is the movie table, and this is the your member table. Okay, and we are pulling this data is not here. Okay, that's why we are saying that whatever data is not here for those rows, like suppose consider these rows. Okay, this row don't have the member details, so in that case all the sections are marked as a null. These section have all the details. In this section, this row is mean by these two rows. Okay, these are the two rows, but from these, this is the two rows are came from this area, like this area where don't have the member mapping. Okay, next is a right join. It's a similar kind of thing, but right now if you check these two rows are came from this right area. Okay, and who have all the fields which are came from the intersect area. Okay, we'll check about the query. Like we are doing the same, like select these many fields we want from member table and movie table. We are doing the right join, and on what should be the intersected data, so that is the ID. Based upon ID we are matching that data and aligning with the rows. Okay, that's the right join. Next join will be self join. Suppose you have only one table, but you want to join the data. Is there any use case will come? Yes, that will be definitely come. Okay, so suppose this is your employee table. In this employee table you have employee ID, full name, salary, and manager ID. Okay, manager also one employee, like this row number 4 don't have the manager ID, but this is also one employee. If you check here that York have the Smith as a manager, Smith have the Leon as a manager, and Anderson have also Leon manager, but Leon have the corner. So your hierarchy look like this corner at the top. After that he report the Tom, like Tom is a report him. Tom on a Tom report Smith and Anderson. Okay, Smith and Anderson is reported to him, and you want the last one is a York who reported to the Smith. Smith have a York reporting. Okay, right now you want to the question is you need to figure out the employee name and his manager name. Okay, that is the output we required. So how you are doing that? So simply you are doing the job with the employee and manager, but here table name are same. For employee is the table name, and you are created employee as alias for this, and again you are doing the join with the employee table, with the alias only change with the manager. Okay, here if you check both the table are same, like from employees join employees, we are doing the join on the same table, but alias are different. And selection also you are pulling employees dot full name and managers dot full name. Like if you check managers dot full name as a manager name you are checking, and on what basis you are pulling that data? Based upon manager ID, like manager ID is equal to ID. Okay, so manager ID means this ID getting mapped with this, and you are pulling that data. That means when you are printing John Smith, that time at a manager ID here Tom's name getting printed. So Smith and Tom, like this like full name, employee name Smith, manager name Tom, that kind of a data get printed here after executing this query. That's why self join is required, and multiple interpretations are asked around the self join and all. Okay. In the next section we talk about the currently we talk lot of discuss about the things, but suppose you have the movies table, and movies table currently as per currently we are saying movies and member are two table, and movie have movie ID, movie have the ID as a field, and member have the movie ID as a field. Okay, but if you want to here every time you need to do joins and alias and all this stuff, is it possible to do in a single go? Yes, using is the word where you can say whatever join you want, and instead of all you can say using. Using means in the both the table, in a movie and member, both the table column is same like as a movie ID. Means if you change this ID to movie ID, and here already it's present as a movie ID. Okay, in this case no need to define on kind, like on generally we are defining on movie table, like movie dot ID equal to this member table, member dot movie ID. This is not required. If you do the same naming convention, you just need to define a using keyword. Okay, that's it. It's easy to use if you move ahead with the using. That's it about the joins and union. Okay, we'll just recap what we see. We first see about union, then we see about the union all, then we talk about the cross join. Okay, after that we talk about the inner join, then we talk about the left join, then right join, then self join, and using command. Like instead of on, move on using these things we covered in a today's session. Okay, what is the takeaway in today's session? So combining the data in a single result, that's why we are using joins. So joins are providing better performance than subqueries, so you can easily move from subqueries to joins. Inner join only given the criteria data, the intersected data only return. Outer join, unmatched data provided null, we already checked with the example. Instead of on, we can use the using keyword, and join can be used on the group by where clause. This is applicable everywhere. Also we check the examples where applying the where clause also. Okay, yeah, that's it about today's session. Yeah, thanks all, bye.